Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Tuesday morning. Got a great show lined up. We start our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Run by, check them out, all kind of good things happening there. High today, 60, low tonight about 42 degrees. So it's still, remember now, it's still wintertime. Our first day of spring will be March the 20th, so still going to have some cool weather. So I don't think we're going to have any really cold weather like we had recently, but still have cool weather coming. Take a look at our, now water temperature is at 61 degrees on the pier now, it's 59. So it's right around, still cool on the water too. Take a look at our river readings. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown is still high, folks. It's reading a 13.2. Now it's dropping on out by Wednesday. It's going to get down to about 12, but the river is high on the big river. Now the Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it has just been a slow, steady drop. This morning it's reading a 9.4, and not a lot of movement. It's just a little bit of a drop on it. By Thursday, it's going to get on down to about below 9. Okay. Now the Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home, our tide chart brought to us by them. Their motto is "When carrying counts." We're in a couple of days now of neap tide today. We're looking at a high tide at 11 o'clock and a low tide at 8:25, but not a lot of movement on the tide chart this morning. We're going to have our next big tide is going to be really this coming weekend, so that's pretty good timing too. All right, marine forecast will be northeast at about 5 to 10. Now right before I came on air, I got off the phone with Carrie at the pier to see what was going on, just get a pier report, and it's not a lot of detail to it, but it's a couple of things we wanted to find out. First of all, about the sheephead, he said they started biting this weekend, so I was tickled to hear that. Remember on last week's fishing report, I said it's been a slow week, but the sheephead will be kicking off, and sure enough, on the pier, they started catching some nice sheephead. Also said he's looking forward to the Spanish coming in. We've already had one fog on Monday, so he's looking forward to it, maybe even this weekend or next weekend. The Spanish should start coming in. So that's the pier report. Let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. Let's get started off in this segment on some good pictures. And first of all, let's show this one. This is not an outdoor one, but this is one of my students I'm very proud of. Saturday night at the Eagle Scout ceremony, Sam Watts, a senior at Mosley, became an Eagle Scout Saturday at about 6 p.m. I'm very proud of Sam, and that's at the Lutheran Church there on 11th Street is where they had the ceremony, a wonderful ceremony with family. His friends from school came, and another teacher or so, and we just had a very wonderful time. And being an Eagle Scout now is quite an honor. I'm very proud of Sam Watts. Okay. Now, guess what's coming on this weekend? The youth turkey hunt. Youth turkey hunt, that's Trevor Bent took that picture, so I just want to get y'all a fever started. Saturday morning, right in front of Sunjammer, just a pony. Now he caught, I think he caught about 5 or, I know he caught about 11 or 12 and kept 2 for supper. All right, good job there. Caught him out of West Bay, Saturday morning. Okay, now this next picture, the amberjack bite has been good this past week. This is Keith Nelson, Matt Strickland, Jason Figlinski doing a good job on the amberjack. I had several catches. Walter and Whitney went out and got some amberjack too. All right, surf fishing was good Saturday morning. Marcus Cowan, Melissa Dilly, that's the setup right there in Panama City Beach. The water looks really good. Got them set up 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5, I believe? 5 rods, Marcus. I think he caught some whiting. I hadn't heard back. Now, I was telling you the pier report. Bobby Graham sent me these pictures. The sheephead bite is on at the pier. Okay, this is some friends of his that he sent. It's really some snowbird friends. Bobby Graham came down, he lives in Nashville now, came down to see his buddies and all, and they caught some nice sheephead there, okay? All right, move on along. We had a good bite in the hot water canal. Now, this is Saturday hot water canal. This comes from Captain Bill Barlow, who's had a great time in the hot water canal with his nephew Rusty Atkinson and stepson Micah Oliphant from Austin, Texas. They flew here from Texas so they could fish the canal opening day. We caught our limit and released 5 trout over 25 inches in less than 2 hours using live mullet. have a big fish fry at Hunt's Oyster Bar in the afternoon. Thanks for all you do for Panhandle Outdoors. Captain Bill Barlow, good job there, Bill. That's his nephew there. Flew all the way from Austin, Texas. All right. This will probably be our last deer picture of the year. This is up at the Petronas Farm. That's a nice, this is 8-year-old Jacob Payne on an 8-point buck. And the last day, a good job, Jacob. And they let the deer walk up there to get to be an 8-point, and you see the result. They saw the same deer last year in a smaller rack, and they let them walk, and good job there. Okay? That takes care of our pictures. Now, a couple of emails. We talked about Mark Bell sent me an email. Let me read this real quick. He said, "Hey, Coach, I was wondering when the flounder along the coast or what they're doing along the coast on the mating season, when the mating season is for flounders," what he's asking. My nephew just caught 2 in a dip net played in the surf. They're about the size of a thumbnail. Basically, what those flounder do, they're very similar to what the mullet do. They'll make that fall run out into the Gulf. And you know, they don't really know where the mullet goes exactly. They don't really know where the flounder goes exactly, but they knew that they go offshore to spawn. And when they spawn, the larvae will just catch those currents and just start floating back and go back into the bay system, into the estuaries. And that's why we talk often about the estuaries, how important they are for the juvenile fish and all. And then as the fish get older, they'll start spawning. They'll start spawning every fall. They make that run out there, late fall, early winter. You know, the flounder don't go all at one time, sort of like the mullet. They sort of spread out a little bit more, but the mullet sort of go within a couple of weeks. And but they go there and spawn, and the larvae floats back. So that's what's going on there. Okay, that was from Mark Bell. Now, I also got an email right here from Emerald Coast Redfish Club. They're having, now, you know, we've talked about them before each year. There's just some local guys. Now, it's not one of these professional redfish tours and all, but there's a bunch of local guys along the Emerald Coast, Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Navarre, Panama City, and they just have different tournaments along the way. I'm going to try to get the guys to come on the show. Now, Mark Cowart, Bill Adams, some local guys fish it on a regular basis. And Mark sent me this. This weekend, they're having the tournament over at in Parker at Earl Gilbert Park, right there below the Tyndall Bridge. It's going to be this Saturday. So go ahead and check them out on the website, Emerald Coast Redfish Club. You can go ahead and register. Not too late to register for the whole tour, and you get points for each thing, and have some nice prizes. So check them out, and we'll talk more about the tournament. But it's a local tournament this weekend here in Panama City with the Emerald Coast Redfish Club. Okay? All right, don't forget now we've covered fishing right there, speckled trout fishing. We've covered red fishing, but don't forget this weekend now is a youth turkey hunt. It's Saturday and Sunday. I know a lot of folks are planning on going, and I'm excited about all these young people getting out in the woods. And the following weekend, it's open up for the grown-ups. All right? Let's take this break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us now. Listen, we're getting ready to show this video. I want to say a special good morning to Tim Kahneman. Saw him at Sunjammer Saturday morning. Tim was a good football player for Mosley back in the day, and got into fishing by watching Panhandle Outdoors when he moved back home. So, Tim, glad you're fishing, and glad you watch Panhandle Outdoors. Now, listen, you know, our motto here on showing these, doing this show and all is, you know, trying to help and inform people and entertain, and what it is about real people doing real things. And it's as simple as that. I think that's the key to our success. We're just real folks. We're not actors, and we're not faking going out in the woods and fishing on the lakes and all. So it doesn't get any more real than going up to Holmes Creek Baptist Church like this Saturday afternoon. I was going Saturday night, but Saturday night I had the Eagle Scout function, and I wanted to go Sunday morning, but I had to take my mom to church on Sunday morning. So Walter and Wendy went on Saturday night, and then they also went back up there on Sunday morning. Had a great time, great fellowship, and good speaker and good message, and also I enjoyed Saturday afternoon with the folks up there. Got to see some folks I knew, and good many folks watch the show. So let's roll this video. This is just an archery shooting and getting ready now on Saturday afternoon, getting ready for a big wild game cookout that night. Okay, so let's go and roll this, Jeff. All right, we're up here at Holmes Creek Baptist Church. We're going to be here for the archery shoot, get some little bit of video, see what these kids are doing, and they're getting ready for a big wild game cookout up here.
You doing? Good. How you doing?
Good. Yeah. Well, I
talked to him, man.
Here you go.
He took him.
Somebody's been fishing. Yes, sir. This is the business end right here. These guys are doing work. What's that thing will Sam does? I mean it. I'm here with Doug. He's on the show the other day now. We've come up here. Doug, tell us about some of these things we got up here.
We got a member of our church, Brother Sam Metz, and he hand carves all of these birds for us. He's done several pintail drakes, wood ducks, and he calls that one in particular a pond bird. But everything he's done, it comes from a solid piece of block wood. I mean, every bit of it's block wood.
That's amazing, the detail.
It is, it is. He's got a bunch of them at his house, and they're just, I mean, it's beautiful the way he's got it arranged. He does a really good job.
And what's the guy's name?
Sam Metz.
Sam Metz. That's
Yeah,
nice.
he is truly talented, real talented.
This your boy?
No, this is Brody. This is a member of our church.
All right, this is Brody right here.
Oh, Brody Price.
Big Brody.
Brody, you gonna be on TV, buddy.
But tell us about the deer.
This deer right here was killed by Jeff Blockle, local deer, killed about 5 miles up the road. This one right here was killed by Brody's daddy, Charlie. It was killed probably about a mile down the road from here. This one right here was killed by Jeff Blockle. I killed this 8-point here. I killed this 8-point. And Jeff Blockle killed this 10 in Georgia about 1.5 years ago.
That's an old one over here. This is that old.
Oh, this one right here, yeah, it came from Arkansas. I was right out of high school. I went on a ice storm, and a game warden gave that to me. He didn't have lights for about 3 weeks, and he gave it to me. And I thought it was really neat. You know? He knew I was from Florida, and we didn't have deer like that around here, so he gave it to me. I was real appreciative. I just kind of hung on to it.
This one right viewers up here. Charlie Price?
Yes, sir.
And you will get to watch the show pretty regular?
Yes, sir. Try to get up every morning and watch it. Sure do.
Well, appreciate that.
Enjoy the program.
These are 2 boys.
These are my 2 boys, Braden and Brody.
Braden and Brady. You boys like to hunt and fish?
Yes, they do. And Brody actually got his first deer this year.
Oh,
He sure did. He killed a spike buck on February the 5th, and that was his first deer this year. So
that is cool.
He was real proud of him. Sure was.
Well, good job there. Good hunting.
I dropped him in his tracks.
You dropped him in his tracks? Man, I like to hear that. How far away was he?
About 45 steps away.
45. Really? Now, what kind of gun were you shooting?
A 22 Magnum.
A 223.
A 223. Man, do you have a scope?
Yes.
Were you nervous?
Yes.
You dropped him in a track, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, good job. I'd love to see that.
That was when he was getting ready to shoot the deer. He had missed a doe earlier in the year, and I was watching. And I was trying to mark. Okay, watch, see if the deer's hit. Watch, see where the deer goes and all that.
Yeah.
And he pulled the trigger. I mean, that was pretty awesome. Special experience. We enjoyed it. It was a good time. Good time.
You'll always remember that one.
Yes, sir. And we would have we did a skull mount on it, and we would have the head up here on display, but he entered it in the youth fair, the 4-H youth fair for a project. So,
Okay.
So we didn't have it to put on display. It's up there in the 4-H youth fair.
Well, that's a good cause. This is the first bow I noticed out here. This is a beautiful bow. This is Brett. This is Brett, and I came over to Brett and just wanted to look at the bow. Look at this. You just don't see bows. It's a 55-pound pull. I'm not going to demonstrate it on TV, but why don't you go and shoot us one? You got arrows?
I've got one.
How do you like the bow?
I mean, I hadn't shot one that shoots no better. It's smooth, don't stack. You do your part and it puts it where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a Tomahawk Diamond Hunter, or a Diamond Series Woodland Hunter. It's got a carbon that runs up through the center of the limb. See that carbon strip that runs through there? That's supposed to help it give it a little bit
more strength,
more speed. Makes the limbs whip a little faster. So.
All right, we're gonna watch you shoot one. Boom. Now here's the setup now. This is really neat, man. They're planting pines back here. Got a deer over here in this corner. Moving on down, you got it's sort of like hunting. Moving on down, you got a wild hog. I got a wild hog here. Got a turkey over here. Got another hog over here. All the way down, you got keep on going down. I see a bear down there somewhere. Another deer down here. There's javelina there, and they've got a big wolf right here. He was in my backyard the other day, I think. Come on in here, look at that bear standing up over here. They got on down here, they got a...
We're going to shoot this one next. What they're going to do is they'll go down one, and we'll keep it separated.
This is one of my former students, just ran in class of 2000, Robbie Evans. And you live up here in neck of the woods now?
Yes, sir.
And you were in my class of...
2000.
All right, class of 2000.
Yep.
Good to see you.
You too.
Is that your bow?
Yes, sir.
Man, that is a nice bow.
You got some money in it, that's for sure.
I believe it.
You ready, buddy?
That's your little boy?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your boy's name?
Kalen Evans.
Hey, buddy, how
He
you doing?
shoots for the Washington County 4-H.
4-H. All right, good deal. Each one of these stakes now is a target, and all the way we're standing down here. This number 8 right here, where these guys are. Then you got 9 and 10, so you've got 10 different targets to shoot at. This is really a great setup. Chase, don't let that bear get you. Don't let that bear get you. Hi, here, Pastor Clint. All right, good to see you again.
Good to see you, sir.
Listen,
Thank you for coming.
I'm so impressed with your setup. Everything's set up. You got your big tent over there to eat on.
sir.
You got your cookers back here.
Absolutely.
You got the big archer range here.
Yes, sir.
And I know y'all gonna have an exciting night tonight.
Yes, sir. We're really looking forward to it. Hope we have a great turnout. This is beautiful weather. The last 3 years it's rained. We decided to have it outside this year, and it's perfect. You couldn't ask for a better blessing from the Lord in terms of weather.
Well, we're glad to be here, and I'm excited for y'all.
Yes, sir. We thank y'all for coming and appreciate everything you guys did for us.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
That little piggy went. What was it? That little piggy just lost her. What was it? The turkey looks easy. I think it's gonna be the hardest shot. Actually, I think the little guinea pig. The little guinea pig. Cut off the house.
This is Robbie's wife, Amber, and now tell me how many kids y'all have.
I have 6.
We have 6 kids. We have 2 sets of
2 sets of twins.
2 sets of twins. And how do you manage?
Very carefully.
You got how many boys and girls?
5 boys and 1 girl.
5 boys and 1 girl. And they're here on Saturday afternoon. Good deal.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that video. I certainly enjoyed the hospitality and just great things they have going up there at the Holmes Creek Baptist Church right outside of Chipley up there on the old Bonifay Highway. All right, let's take a look at our fish and game forecast. Looking at our times today, it'll be out in the woods or on the water. We're looking at the time will be 2:23 a.m. this morning to 4:23, but this afternoon 2:48 to 4:48. In that period of time, those games going to be moving around. Let me. I want to identify those guys in a sheephead picture. I didn't earlier. I showed. Remember the early part of the show. I showed the picture of the guys with sheephead. Let me identify those guys because I'll make sure they get the credit. The first one to show was Jim, and Jim's from New York. Talking about our snowbirds down here, and then Mark was a local fisherman. And then picture together was John from Michigan, and Black Cloud from Illinois. There's the other guy's name. So that's the guys in the picture there. So. Good job there. Y'all send us your pics, and we'll be glad to put them on Panhandle Outdoors, and all kind of good things about to start happening here in the Panhandle as far as outdoor stuff. We've got spring gobbler season coming up. Freshwater, the bass fishing on Lake Seminole has been really well. I've done, the guys I've talked to said they've done real well up there at Lake Seminole. And it's only a matter of time now. Lake Jackson and Tallahassee have some big bass in it. Lake Talquin over there in Gaston County is going to be taking off. March is a great month to fish Lake Talquin. Okay, so the intercoastal waterway will be looking good. All kind of good things about to happen. All these ponds. I don't tell how many ponds we have in this area, but all these ponds are going to start warming up. There'll be some big bass in these ponds in the sandhills. Okay, going to start wrapping things up. Again, we appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors. The things we're doing here is just reflection of what goes on here in Florida Panhandle, and we're glad to bring it to you each and every morning here on Fox 28. We appreciate you watching the show. You be sure to do something good for someone today, and you just have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.